Hey guys, Art13131 here, and we're in week 8 now, right here, and we're going to talk about number 14, assignment 14, which is a 3/4 view portrait. So it's going along the same lines of number 7, the profile, and the full face, number 10, and now the 3/4 view. We'll talk about number 15 and the homework on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll post another video. But if you're talking about 3/4 view, usually you start with a template. I'm going to have this video provided as well. There's actually 2 parts to it, I think, with the shading. But there's a lot of templates in here for a 3/4 view. This is probably more simple and accurate. Basically, the head shape again is a egg shape, sort of twisted to the side slightly, so that the jaw is coming over here more. So your egg shape isn't symmetrical up and down like a full face. It's been twisted slightly to the side. Of course, this would be round up here, and then you put the hair on, but you want to map this out so that you don't put the hair too low. Some mistakes are made where they draw the top of the head around here and then start putting the hair on it, and this doesn't look accurate. There's a lot of area up here that you're not necessarily aware of when you're looking at someone with hair, but there is a lot of area, so you want to draw that in so you can now, but it's very lightly sketch how much head is there, and then start putting the hair on. Unless you're good at mapping that out on your own without drawing in the head, okay, fine, then do that. But we'll soon see, if that was successful or not. Then when you do, you can draw sort of a ball and then an extended part here where the chin is, and then smooth it out to the sort of egg shape. Of course, you're going to have the eye sort of ducking in here, and then the cheekbone, and then the mouth where the red jowls are, when the jaw is in the mouth. So this is not a completely straight line over here. And then you're going to draw a curved line where you want the nose angle to be, because you could have various angles. You could have the eye very close to the edge, or just partially showing over the bridge of the nose, or you could have both of them visible like this is, where it's just enough twisted to where that eye is totally visible, and this one as well, of course. Things to think about would be, go ahead and adding this line in to give yourself a cross area where the bridge of the nose is going to be located right about there. And then you have this part, which is a smaller portion of the face, and a larger portion of the face on this side, depending on which way you're twisting the face. Okay, and then so that eye is now closer to the bridge of the nose than this one is, appearing, because you're cutting it off slightly by twisting the face. It's really, if you were to push the face over to full face again, then they would be symmetrical, and one would be the same distance from the bridge as the other. But this is not, and this is how you're going to get that accomplished, just by drawing that line faintly so you can erase it out, and lines here where the nose and eyes are. Typically, the eyes are located around in the middle of the head, or just over the middle line slightly. They're not way up here. And certainly the top of the head isn't cropped down like this. So those are 2 big mistakes students make drawing. So give yourself the room of the full head. Eyes are generally in the middle or maybe slightly above that middle line. And then your nose is about another third down. And then the mouth is closer to the nose than the chin, but in this region too. Then you're twisting it too. So here's your governing line of the nose, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, middle of the mouth. So the other side of the mouth is smaller looking too, shorter area, not visible because it is turned. This is how you're going to get that accomplished, by drawing that side a little less than this side. And you can see that here. And then you start adding in all the details to the eyes. The shading is very important to give the face shape. So all that will be outlined in the video. Check out the video. It's pretty good for this. And I think I'll provide give a couple of ideas on it. And then we can go from there. It's the same idea as profile and full face as far as shading goes. You want to shade the cheekbones and the nose and everything you're seeing where dark and light areas are. You got to start noticing where those are. It's gradual transitions into one tone and the other. It's not abruptly one tone stops and then another tone starts necessarily, because the face is rounded. So when the light hits it, those shades and shadow areas are gradually changing into one another, as opposed to sharp edges like a cube or an edge that sharply turns. The face is rounded, so it doesn't sharply turn. And there's crevices where darker areas are, and they seem to stay in that area only, like the side of the nostril and parts of lips. But notice also that the lips are not one shade. They have several shades in there to give them shape. And so when the light is shining on the rounded, pooched out part, then it catches light more than the other parts are going away from where the light is catching on them. And that's where you have your dark and light differences. Okay. All right, so check out the video and let me know if you have any questions on that. We are in week 8, so continue to send me the prior assignments so you can have your first attempt. If I want you to work on it more for a better grade, I'll ask you to do so, and then you send it back. Usually, if you've addressed the concerns and adjusted your drawing, then we are on to a better grade. Otherwise, if you do not, you basically got an average grade, which is a C. Above average would be B. And excellent is A. And now, since it's a beginning class, a lot of you get A's because it's an excellent attempt to be doing the things I'm asking as a suggestion and putting the elements and principles of drawing together to where you're fairly successful. I'm not looking for perfect drawings like a seasoned artist. I'm looking for that you tried to do the concepts I'm talking about to improve yourself, and that you were fairly successful with that. We move on. And, we have a lot of projects. We have a lot of assignments. So I'm not staying with portrait only through the whole term. So I'm not expecting you to develop it in that capacity, but I am expecting you to try my suggestions to make it better and touch on the various elements that make your drawing strong. It has shape, contrast, it has the shading, it has proportions relatively correctly done. Okay, and that's what we're after. So you have a chance to get a very good grade if you keep trying. And yes, you may have to work on it and send it back to me. Okay, so we'll go from there and watch the videos and get started on this one. Send all prior work fairly soon now so we can get going on that, because we only have a few weeks here, 3 weeks, and then there's a makeup week. Okay.